So my first question to you is just about your experience with the program. Why did you want to even participate, and what year was that?
I participated in 1982, Delaware's Junior Miss. I enjoyed pageantry. I enjoyed the feature of being able to represent a county, a state, a city. I just enjoyed what America's Junior Miss, now distinguished young women, I enjoyed it was education, it was scholarship. It was not a beauty pageant. It was a pageant that had defined roots in education and talent and understanding the direction of representing women who were on top of their game and wanting to do more in the community. So it was very appealing to me from that aspect. And I I am so enriched by what has happened by being a Delaware Junior Miss and participating in the America Junior Miss program.
Yeah, and on that note, we do follow a pageant sort of format. So, a lot of girls may see that and think, "Oh my gosh, I could never do this. This isn't for me." But we kind of want to shift that narrative, that shift that sort of that focus on, like you just said, it's not focusing on your beauty. We're talking, we want to know your brain. We want to know how well you can speak in front of other people. We want to know how talented you are. There's so many different things that make up who we are as a person. And that's something that I really love about DYW is that we showcase that, we applaud that. And so what we're trying to do is get that out there that this isn't something to be afraid of. This is something to uplift and empower and excite you. And so here we are years later, and you're still interested in giving back to the program. So it had to have made a huge impact on you so long ago to want to do this today.
It really has been wonderful. It's been an amazing opportunity. And I still feel it. I just feel that passion each and every moment when I talk about the program. My daughters, who are now grown, they participated. I actually served as a Kentucky regional director where I was working for about 7 years, overseeing 5 different county programs in the state of Kentucky. So, and then I've judged all across the country for various state programs. And and so the outreach is great. It allowed me to get a quality education. Um, Again, I was so ecstatic about receiving a Junior Miss scholarship. My parents didn't have to pay 1 cent for anything. It was totally free, books included. That's something that I am just so excited that that educational scholarship piece will help in more ways than one. We were able to utilize those the skill set gained and the energies and the experiences to continue to network across the country, even as adults, as what we call ourselves as has-beens. We are so in tune with each other, especially our class. And we had a reunion about 4 years ago, 3 years ago. And we are so excited about being has-beens.
It really is so cool to see how this is really just a sisterhood. From all walks of life, these girls come and they unite together, all for one same purpose, and that's to broaden their education and make themselves a more well-rounded individual to go out into the real world and become who they are set out to be and to be their best self, as we like to say here. Um, and it really all starts with such a small effort from many different people, but just one small effort. And we're kind of building on that initiative here recently, that we're going to carry throughout the year of ripple effect. And one small thing can make a huge difference in so many different elements of your life. So, one small step, taking on the plunge of Distinguished Young Women, can get you a full ride scholarship to the college of your dreams. One small donation from a sponsor can make that difference for that person going to college. And then somebody volunteering at a local program, remembering and setting those that pathway for these girls, that one small thing is making such a huge difference in the lives of so many people. And so with that ripple effect, we want to get the word out there that, again, I guess for lack of better words, just make that one small thing even bigger. And so we couldn't do it without, first of all, the participants who are so excited to do this program. And then, of course, second of all, our volunteers who we are completely in awe of, who have dedicated so many hours of their lives to this program to give back because of what it did for them. So, what do you suggest that we do to boost up that engagement, boost up that morale and that excitement of Distinguished Young Women so that we can have more people get excited and get involved in the program?
I am a true marketing person. And again, I am so honored to be able to have this time with you. It again will start in the school, in the community, going back to our respective states and encouraging the actual state programs to filter it back to the junior high schools, to the elementary schools, as far as a path for them to realize that when they reach their junior or senior year, they too would have this wonderful opportunity to look forward to. We used to do the thing called Little Sister Program. And again, that was very insightful to be able to encourage the legacy and the lineage. So I would say to continue to start in the community with the elementary schools and build upon that as a program, sort of like the Be Your Best Self thing, but it's a continuation. And then just as you're doing this outreach through has-beens or people who have been involved in some form or fashion, it is just wonderful. I have actually met children of children whose parents were either judges, participants, or state coordinators. And even up into, working in public sector, private sector, I have come across someone that knows about DYW or America Junior Miss. And I can honestly say it spawns, it continues to grow, but we have to start grassroots, get into the schools, get into the community, and to continue to promote the basics. And again, it's a wonderful program. Doesn't cost a lot of money to get involved. That's the key. The volunteerism is very important. I'm still in touch with my host family from 1982. Have been involved with their family members, their weddings, their children's births, their grandchildren. Again, just on and on and on and on. My parents were deeply ingrained in this as well. And again, I can say anything, anything, but good, and to express my admiration. But it starts with the community, and it starts right now, right here, doing things as this. And I want to do more. I want a bigger part. And I'm going to continue to do whatever I can to be that spokesmodel or spokesperson for America's Junior Miss.
Well, Cheryl, we love to hear that, and we're so excited that you still get excited. I mean, it's a testament that you still speak and keep up with your host family from so long ago. That's incredible. And to know that those relationships that you curated solely because you did this program, I'm blown away because it's just so it's awesome.
It is.
Yeah, it's
It
just
is. great.
It's so great. And I think, again, it's a sisterhood, but it's even bigger than that. And it goes beyond just the girls that you met in the program. It's the foundations that you're building and that you're setting that has made such a big impact on you from that time in your life when you were just a junior in high school to now. And you still use these skills and everything, so I don't know. I'm kind of speechless. It really is. It's just baffling to me that from one, I guess it's that ripple effect thing, that one little thing has made such a big difference in your life. And it's so incredible. And again, we couldn't do this without our sponsors of the program because that's how it's free for these girls. It is
It,
absolutely free to join, and you get so much out of it. And we can't do that without our sponsors. And so, if there's any piece of advice that you would give or words of encouragement, perhaps, to a potential sponsor, how would you sell it to them and say, hey, this is something that you really need to get involved with. You need your name across that board saying that you support BYW.
yes, again, I'm going to be the marketing guru. I am going to be here because just like we put it on a bulletin board on the side of the road, we need to put it in some of the airline advertisements. We need to a bigger pitch, maybe with social media and some mainline streaming in that regard. Just like this is just so perfect and so ideal. I can remember the Clairol ball and dressing up. I can remember the craft party, the simplicity sewing competition. I can remember going to the USS Alabama and standing in front with representatives and even going through that vessel that was sitting there, going to Bellingraph Garden, to wearing a big old hoop dress and feeling so hospitable, and just again being able to dance and with the world renowned Dee Dee Robinson. And again, from that standpoint, and I even met someone through my brother who worked with her in Arizona. And again, she a renowned choreographer. Again, the sponsorship was great. Dr. Joyce Brothers as a judge. We have to continue to tap into some of our iconic figures that are out here in media or in broad stream, educators, people who have set the stage, what we call who we call trailblazers, and tap into those type of individuals to continue this legacy. It is so wonderful to be able to get on a plane or to visit someone or to see something that just triggers again the craft party, the simplicity party, the mall, and going to various programs. The biggest thing in life for me, as far as understanding commitment, was through this program. I missed my high school graduation because I wanted to participate in the pageant. My parents flew me home for the weekend. The American Junior Miss allowed me to take 2 days off to fly back to Delaware to graduate. Well, when I got back home, it rained and our graduation was outside. So they postponed it another day, but I didn't have a day to spare because I did not want to postpone my opportunity to sit with the fifth graders who sponsored us. I believe it's Bel Air Mall.
Yep, it's still called Bel Air. Yep.
Wow, I remember that. I did not want to disappoint those fifth graders in not being there. So I had to choose between my high school graduation and the fifth graders who were waiting to show off their booth that they had prepared for me. And I made the decision to not disappoint those fifth graders. So I sacrificed graduating with my senior class to go back to sit and smile and be proud of what they had put together to represent the state of Delaware. I will never forget that. That was one of the most gracious things that I did as a person for the program. It just brings tears to my eyes because those children will never forget that opportunity. And I still have the gift that they gave me to this day, a set of pearls.
Oh my gosh. It's
So
it's so it's
it's
so
hard.
eye-opening. Yeah, it really is. And I think that's this type of story is really going to pull at the heartstrings of people and say, wow, I've always heard about that program, but I never knew the impact that it made on people's lives.
Yes. And then to top it off, AJM went out and we had a personalized graduation for about seven of us. And guess who gave us our diplomas? Diane Sawyer.
That's
Diane
incredible.
Sawyer presented seven of the contestants who missed their high school graduations in a special graduation ceremony, and
Wow.
they presented us with our original diplomas. I don't know how they pulled this off, but we went to a church. We wore caps and gowns. We had media press, print, everything. They gave us the top of the line graduation honor. It was just unbelievable. Her speech, and again, she told us to dream big. She didn't care what we did in life. She didn't care if we were homemakers. She didn't care if we were at the White House. She didn't care if we were in the Olympics. She said, dream big, no matter what you're doing, how you're doing it, dream big. And that dream has continued to fester. I have grown immensely. I am still dreaming. I am still moving, and I'm 60 years old. I still have the energy that I had when I entered this contest 42 years ago. 42 years ago. I'm ready to sing. I'll get on anybody's stage. I'll dance. I'll sing. I will promote. I can speak in front of 1,000 people. It doesn't bother me because America's Junior Miss, Distinguishing Young Women, prepares you to be the best of the best and to continue to always remember to be your best self and to promote what you do as a dignified young woman and a woman who has the ability to care about community and to care about the future of our country. And I am so excited to represent this wonderful program. And I am deeply honored again to have this opportunity to share with you. And I hope that we will continue to have these conversations. I do have some pictures that I will forward
Yes,
from
please.
our last reunion, and then I'll also forward some additional pictures of our time when we were there. So again, I am just overly excited about the future of our program. And I'm very proud of our Delaware winner for this year.
Yep, Alicia.
Yes, I feel like we
Sure that.
all are winners.
That's her picture.
Yeah, at Delaware, again, we are such a small state
Yeah.
with, again, a lot of talent, a lot of talent. As all of the other sisters across the country. And for Delaware to have been named in for this year, again, we wear it. So I feel like I'm a true winner and we're excited. And for all of the participants, their parents, for the staff, thank you for what you do in helping to keep this dream alive. Thank you, Carly. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I have a very small role in this, and I haven't been here that long, but I also participated at the local level for when it was Junior Miss in my high school years. So I'm very familiar with all of this, and seeing it at the national level, I think really opened my eyes to how big and how widespread it actually is, and how much of an impact it's making on so many young girls and families. Because it's not just the girls; they've got their families, they've got their support system who are also rooting for them. And you mentioned something that really stuck out to me. It's the networking. You're shaking these hands of people who you have no idea what difference they're going to make in your life one day. And like Diane Sawyer, incredible. Like it's so wild to
Oh,
me that these big household names participated in our program. I guess my last question for you, Cheryl, is any pieces of wisdom that you would like to share for the girls going through to the national program this coming June, or to the upcoming ones who are considering it. They're a little apprehensive, but this
mm,
is something that they are considering, or maybe they're not considering it at all, but this is something that this is going to help change their mind.
right. I would say in looking at it, it's not a competition against other with other young ladies. You're competing against yourself. You are just showcasing what you have come to fruition with excellence. You are recreating or you're just being able to showcase what hard work and talent and creativity can bring. It's not a beauty pageant. It's a scholarly opportunity. It's a part of your creative nature. You're able to be your best self by being creative with creative performance. You're able to actually speak and describe what's important to you. There's never a wrong answer when you go through that interview. It's how you define the answer or your response. There's never a wrong answer in DYW or AJM. It's how you convey your thoughts. And that's the wisdom. That's the piece that I always convey when I'm talking about the program. It's your experience, it's your interpretation, and the ability for you to set the stage, to provide some spark of magic to someone that's going to latch on and hold on to it. And I have so many individuals who consider me as a mentor, not just in the pageantry world, but professionally, personally, seeing the story. I come through the ranks. Working in Delaware, I've worked with the president of the United States, Joseph Biden. He actually took pictures with me after I won. We were at a program, and I still have those. Again, it's very important. Those time capsule pieces are just so remarkable and unforgettable. And I can honestly say, when I'm picking up a book, Lisa Kleypas, Massachusetts Junior Miss from 1982, Charlene Wells, former Miss America, 1982. We have attorneys, we have lawyers, we have educators, we have entrepreneurs, we have human resources professionals such as myself. We have people that are traveling the world and educating and learning and making a difference. And then we have people who have established families and have lived their lives and have done so eloquently so. So those are the wisdom pieces to be your best self. You're not competing against others. It's all about your showcase and your time to shine for the talents, the creativity, the upbringing, your family roots. You're making your cities proud. You're making your state proud. And you're inspiring the future.